Okay. When I go to the store and get these, some of them got marks on them or little gouges, so I didn't check them all when I went through the store. Most of them are pretty good, but these accumulate lint really quick. And so I clean it off like that. There's some lint right there. I don't know where it comes from, and then I'm just going to take my back saw and I'm going to double check. I don't want to make the assumption that my end is perfectly square from the store. I mean, it doesn't take much to cut that, see? I'm going to cut both ends on here. And that's all I'm doing for right this minute. Now, you see, I ended up putting it on a couple little pieces of 2x3. I just cut that, screwed it together. So I raised this up off the floor a little bit. If you don't, then your saw is almost like right down to the ground. And I find it's a little bit easier to work with. And then I just screw this down with a couple drywall 1¼ inch screws. Okay. And there's my little plastic box. That's all it is. And I'll show you more about that in a minute, but let's take this piece inside and get it marked so I know where that notch goes. Okay, see, I haven't measured anything just yet, because I'm gonna hold that up there where it goes. I'm going to hold it right on my pencil mark, and I can see where I've got to notch it on that back side so that I can notch it so that this piece will push up tight. Okay? And so now I'm going to just eyeball straight back, and it's about like 1/8 of an inch. And I don't get my tape measure out or anything. I just hold my pencil and my finger against there and figure out about where I should do it, and then I can mark it. Okay? And I can hold my finger the same and mark that. Okay? And I just eyeballed that straight across, and now I'm going to cut that with my back saw. Back out in the garage I go. Okay, so that's why I've got my bucket here and my little 2x4 on top of the bucket. Because I've got to hold this up here like that. I got to just cut that little bit. And this back saw is nice and sharp. And I just hold it up there. All I'm going to do is pull back on it to get it started. Do that a couple times. Now I can go forward. Just raise up my saw. I can see where my line is on the other side. That's kind of tricky because I usually do it the other way and just cut it off. And there's my nice little notch, see? Not hard. It's not hard to do this kind of stuff. And now I've got to cut. You remember, I got to cut that little angle on here. My transition angle. And I'm going to have to see where my angle is. My angle of the dangle. And I put little marks on here, and that helps me decide how far to hold this up to my 45. And I can see so I put a pencil mark because I had to kind of figure out where it was going to go. So I thought, how am I going to do that each time? So to have the exact same. Okay, so I'm going to hold that right straight in line because I'm cutting off that little tit. And it's lined up where it's supposed to be. Okay, that's cutting the end because that's my finished end. Now I can take my rasp and kind of hit that. And I'm kind of curving that and flattening that little bit out. And I'm getting all my other bits cleaned up to see how it's going to fit. And if I need to file a little bit more, I can file some more. Okay, there. This thing is nice and sharp. Okay, I clean that edge up, and now I'm just going to kind of hit this. And when I connect these end for end, I don't cut it at a 45 and then line up the other one like we do for baseboard. I'm just going to leave them butt to butt. And then I'll put a little bit of caulking on there when I push the other one up tight to it. And have it clean. We're going to wipe this off because it just accumulates. This stuff accumulates lint and stuff, okay? So now I'm going to see how this one fits.